Oh, hello there. You caught me as I'm sipping some nice warm tea. Earl Grey, black. Welcome to Old Games on a weekday. It is a weekday, and I haven't done this stream at all yet this week. So I'm doing it. That's my logic. Time for Old Games on a weekday. I am your host, as always, Mark W., etc., etc. And yeah, last week I played a bunch of what I called hidden gems for the Atari 8-bit line of computers, and I began that stream with a game I was very fond of from my childhood called Gauntlet. And it is not the famous game by Atari called Gauntlet that coined the phrase, warrior needs food badly and all that stuff. It was a game from 84, a year before Gauntlet by Atari came out. And the game was by a lone developer in Massachusetts named Donald Lebeau. Um, Donald Lebeau renamed the game to Gauntletack. It was kind of an attempt at a portmanteau, you know, combining the words gauntlet and attack. He renamed it to avoid legal trouble with Atari. The story he told, I don't recall all the details, but I think he actually called them first. He did not receive a cease and desist from Atari, who was a huge corporation back then. He called them and said, "Hey, I'm going to sue you if you don't." I don't know what it was. I don't know exactly what he said. Something like, "I'm going to sue you." He made the first strike, and what he said, I forget where he wrote this. It might have been on Atari Age. He said he can still hear their laughter to this day. He called them up and they laughed at him. He said, "You got to change your name or I'm going to sue you," or whatever it was. And they laughed at him. So anyway, he decided to play it safe and rename his game to Gauntletack. But this is actually a newer version of the game. You can see at the bottom it says copyright 1987. So his original game was from 84. So a few years later, he released this version, Gauntletack. And this one's quite different. I was looking into it. The one I played last week was the original Gauntlet. This one, well, the major difference, I think there's two major differences. There's probably a lot of little minor details. The first major difference is in the original Gauntlet, on this very title screen here, you choose one of the special weapons you want to have with you throughout the game, such as the homing missile or the Tridex, which is a boom, or there's one called the Flare that digs through dirt. You would choose one of those, and you would get something like 20 bullets or whatever ammunition units, and you could accumulate more as you scored points. And that was it. In this version, you get all of the weapons and they're all unlimited ammo. Plus, there are 3 extra weapons. It's insane. So they really ramped it up. My initial reaction when I found that out was like, wait a minute, that seems like it kind of cheapens the game because you just have, it's like using a cheat code or something. I don't know. But I played it a tiny bit just now, and it seems like he also greatly ramped up the difficulty. So he gave you everything but the kitchen sink to deal with your enemies, but the enemies are stronger, you could say, in a sense. Also, we have difficulty levels now from 1 through 6. By the way, hey to the guys in the chat. Eric and Ryan say hi, so I say hi back at you guys. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are difficulty levels, and I just played 1 a little bit, and it was pretty hard. So I guess that's kind of the way he decided to balance giving you every weapon in the game with unlimited ammo, basically. I still have this kind of feeling like, well, maybe he should have designed it a little better. Like maybe you could have all the weapons, but you still have to conserve your ammo. And I don't know. We'll see how it plays. Before we play, let's get our settings right. There is yeah, I'm gonna just play level 1. And I'm gonna go with a rampage though. So as we talked about last time, I'll see if this is too hard. But there's 2 very different exit types, as they put it. That means, each level in this game is just a single screen, and you start at the left and you try to make it to the right edge. Hit and run means you can just exit the right edge at any time. You can zoom through the enemies and escape them and hit the opposite edge. Rampage means you're not allowed to do that until you clear the screen. I remember finding it more fun back in the day to play as in Rampage mode, because otherwise, I don't know, I remember it feeling kind of cheesy a little bit. But you know what? I'll try Rampage, and if it's too hard, I can always back off and go with hit and run. game length, you can choose which set of levels you want to play. This reminds me of certain games like Jumpman and Space Taxi that say, you can play the first 8 levels or the second batch of 8 or whatever. So it's kind of like this, but kind of like that, but you play the first half, the second half, or all of them. I'll just play all of them. I might not even get to the second half, but I'm going to try to. And lastly, this is another setting that greatly influences the difficulty. In fact, probably more so than the exit type. This is the terrain setting. You can play normal, which gives you all the terrain, which those of you who watched last time, you probably saw, like, it's kind of like mountains and stuff. Or you can play free space where there's none of that. To me, a lot of the charm of the game comes from the terrain. You can dig through it. It's a challenge. Also, you have to, like, kind of maneuver around it sometimes. Yeah, it's essential to the game in my opinion. I'm using my 8-bit control, 8-bit do control, 8-bit do, however you say it. There's a lot of keyboard commands in this game, more so than the original. Because as I mentioned, you have all these different weapons now. So you have to press M for your homing missiles, F for flares, T to trident. I have a little reference up here in the corner. S for shotgun, N for nuke, B for bot, H for hyperspace. That's a new thing, hyperspace, like in, asteroids or something, when you can disappear and you teleport elsewhere and you might appear in a dangerous place. I was trying to get clever and I was using a tool to map. So, I have so many buttons on the thing, right? This is a modern controller. I got the 4 shoulder buttons. I got the 4 red buttons. I can press in on the analog stick. Got select star. I was trying to, like, get it all mapped. So map to keyboard presses. Long story short, I'm going to get it to work. So I'm going to play it sort of the old fashioned way, meaning this controller moves my guy and I fire with it. That's all I can do with it. And I'm mashing on the keyboard for other things. Also, you press 1 through 0 on the keyboard to adjust your speed, your movement speed. It starts at 0, which is actually 10. And I think it's a little more fine-grained than anybody needs. They probably could have made it like slow, medium, high, or something like that. But yeah, there are some kind of careful navigation through tunnels you might need to make later, and which the manual recommended switching to a 5 for that. All right, I guess without further ado, I'll begin. Well, another thing to address, there was a video issue I had last time that I think I've resolved by using a different emulator. I changed 2 things. I'm not sure which thing fixed it. I used a different emulator, and I also found the original OS file for, this is the Atari 800XL OS file I'm using. Before I was using an Altera one, like the emulator comes with its own one. And some people say the original is more authentic. This game, I'm going to keep talking a little bit, sorry. Don Lebeau, he posted on an Atari Age thread maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago or so, where he like just totally mind dumped everything about this game, a total retrospective. He got into all these technical details, and a lot of what he did with this game was very hacky in the sense of getting using really special low-level tricks in the Atari machine just to make something of this caliber work. And this game might not look like it has amazing graphics per se, but it just all the stuff it handles, all these little enemies, there's so many of them, and they have their own AI, and the ground, again, you can destroy it, and it's a very impressive game for the time, 1984 originally. And but I guess my point is, because he did all these low-level hacks, I think maybe some emulators just simply don't handle it correctly. When I played this a minute ago, there was one particular kind of enemy that was disappearing. I don't know if that's due to this bug or maybe it's intentional. It only seems to be one kind of enemy that would like disappear from sight. So maybe that was intentional. It's by design, perhaps. Anyway, that's what I'm saying, so I can feel better about the game not working if that was actually the case. But all right, without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm a little nervous because it's such a challenging game, but here we go. Right, I'm in the thick of it right away. Ugh, already getting hit. And again, I'm playing the mode in which you have to kill everything. That was a bad start. I might just restart right there. I'll just keep going with it, but let me take a breather. I gotta manipulate my window so I'm not covering my reference here. All right. So yeah, I have to remember I can use any of these special weapons. So why don't we play with them a little bit? I can use my homing missiles, which looks like this. So these will track the enemies, though. It's just when there's no target, they just keep going until they bounce off the screen or something, or they explode. You can see they dig through the ground pretty good. All right, other things I have flares, which also digs through the ground. I think that's kind of its main point, but it doesn't quite make a boom like the other thing. I can spray a lot of them, too. Can I spray a lot of missiles? I can. Yeah, it's the thing, you really gotta... I'm not even sure if this game gives you any incentive to use the basic bolt gun like this. Like, it seems like you might as well just go nuts with the other weapons. Although some of them can hurt you. Okay, next up is a trident. Yeah, that has a nice boom, a nice explosion when you hit something. Next up is the shotgun. Okay. And we have the nuke. Kind of similar to the missile, but I guess it's like the missile but not homing. That's probably the major difference. It has a similar boom, a very large radius. And lastly, we have the bot. These guys are little automated bots that shoot their own missiles, essentially. How many can I make at once? It looks like only one on the screen. I mean, it's kind of understandable considering how many missiles it produces. But yeah, I could see this being very powerful if you know what you're doing with these weapons. But right now, I'm still getting used to it. Also, I can do hyperspace by pressing H. Let's try that out. Oh, it put me in the rocks. That's not good. It hurt me more. All right, I think it's a last resort sort of thing. And you can also press X to stop dead in your tracks. That was something I felt would be really good to have mapped to, like, maybe the press in, you know, the click when you press in an analog stick. That would have been cool, but I couldn't get that to work once again. Anyway, I'm gonna probably die soon, but let's just see what we can do on the next level. I'm gonna make a bot right away. How about? Oh, I can't exit. Oh, there we go. Come on, bot, do your thing. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Well then. That's it, folks. See you next stream. No, just kidding. Let's try it again. Right. Let's try missiles right away. Yeah, I don't have to aim, so that's pretty nice. But there's this one shot that's on my... Okay. One of their shots picked off the thing that was tracking me. Alright, so I actually survived the first screen without getting hurt. Hooray. I'll stick with the missiles for now. Alright, so I took a little damage. Hey, I'm on screen 3. Woo. God. My own missile hitting me? Is that what that was? Jeez. Oh, why are my own missiles going after me so much? I knew they could, like, accidentally hit you, but it seemed like they were actively tracking me. I guess you gotta be careful with the missiles, but I'm not really sure what I did wrong. Oh. Got ambushed. I'm dead. Alright. Alright, so note to self, be careful with the missiles, but I'm not really sure, like, logically what I did wrong. What mistake did I make? Ryan says, cool how the ground is procedurally generated. Oh, yeah. Super cool. Let's try the shotgun next. Here we go. Press S right away. Yeah, baby. This is pretty neat, actually. Couldn't hit that damn thing. One more invisible guy, I think. Oh, did I get it? Oh, there it is. So that enemy there had a shotgun too. The one I just took out, the large one. Okay, onward to screen 3, where I died last time. Or did I make it a 4? I forget. hit there. All right, switched to missiles, and that seemed to work out that time at least. Cool. That was the bigger bonus. I hit 10,000 points. I guess when I'm this far away and trying to like pick them off, I should probably just use the missile or something that's not the shotgun at least. By the way, let me know if the volume levels are pretty good. As always, we don't want the game to drown out my voice, nor do we want it to be completely inaudible. With a layout like that, it seems like I can just kind of hide behind this side of the hill and shoot upward. Okay, you can see my life gets higher as I beat screens. Oh, they call it damage actually, not life. Huh. So yeah, this missile is great. I'm kind of afraid I'm going to run into that situation from last game where it just started going after me. Should I try another one? Let's try Trident. Tridex actually. Could definitely make a nice like barrage of these things. You can make almost like a wave of them. Now, here's a ROM hack idea for this game. Make it support twin sticks. You fly in one direction and shoot in the other. Whoa! Okay. Look at this little helicopter guy. Yeah, Tridex ain't bad. Let's switch to nuke. Nuke time! Oh my god, too many of them. I think nuke is not the best in close combat. Shotgun. Jeez. Well, I took a beating right there, but I'm still alive. Shotgun versus shotgun here. Let's switch to missiles. Oh, no. No, the missile coming after me again. Okay, I got it. That's horrible. I don't like that. That's crap. That's gonna get me killed. I mean, pretty much did. I'm on flares now. I think their main thing is they can plow right through the... What I'm realizing now is I thought they were mostly for like digging through the dirt, but what you could do is watch this. Imagine there's an enemy on the other side of this hill. I could just do that. Yeah, I think the missiles are more of a hazard for me. I guess I have to be careful with them. Again, my problem is I'm not really sure logically what I did wrong. Like, is it in this particular situation they're bad? I don't know what that situation is. Maybe it's just if anything's close to me, I shouldn't use it. This might be the enemy here. Yeah, alright. That planey guy. The plane that can fly backwards got me. Alright. So yeah, the missiles, I guess I gotta lay off them except... Yeah, I think it's just when anything's close to me, I don't want to be using missiles. Alright, so let's start up. And, I don't know, I think shotgun is a decent default. Oh. Just from the get-go. Oh, man, dead. Yeah, another thing is once you're in the explosion, you really gotta... I think you gotta try to get out of it. Like, don't... If you're on the edge of this big circular explosion and you're going this way, you gotta like pull away from it, I think, or it just keeps damaging you. which is probably pretty obvious, but it's kind of hard in the moment. All right, wow, what a tough game. All right, let's see. I think I'll default to shotgun again anyway, even though I got owned. Cool. Invisible guys. Now I'll try missile. I don't know. Missile is definitely really good. But I guess I shouldn't just use it as my default. I guess I could just play the hit and run style. But I want to get better. Missiles. Okay. Yeah, I could just try my basic bolt for a bit as well. I mean, this is not a half bad weapon. Missile. Oh no! All right. I think it's in that case. I think it was that I was moving toward. Oh, now I don't know what the heck. It's definitely chasing me now. Look at this. Okay. Yeah. That sucks. All right. Whoa. This is a hard game. I know I keep saying that, but back the bolts. Are these their missiles or mine? I don't even know. I do have the bot I have to remember. Let's try the bot. Bot. Go get him, bot. The bot shoots those same kind of missiles. I wonder if they'll come after me like that. Look, I get after me, dog. Ah. Okay, as much as it's tempting, I might just need to stay away from both the bots and the missiles, because there's definitely situations where like missiles would be great here. Let's switch to, but they kill you. All right, I'm gonna start with the bolts. God, so much on the first screen often. But yeah, there's definitely procedural generation happening here. It's not the same every time. Let's try some Tridix. His shots cancel mine, it looks like. His, I think he has shotgun shots. They cancel my Tridix shots if they collide. Good to know. Seems like everything canceled. Alright, still in it. I feel like there's still a ship there, cloaked or something. Oh, that might have been just one missile hitting another. One Tridix hitting another. Try to use this hill for protection, but they're really blowing through it. Look at that. Invisible guy. You can see he like phases in and out. Ah. Okay. Oof. Kind of almost dead there. Yeah, they're canceling all my bolts. Alright, let's switch to bolts. Oof. Not many games your bullet can hit there, says Ryan. Yeah, that's true. Definitely some. Berserk has that, actually. The original Berserk. Ah. Alright, I made the screen 7. I think that was my best so far tonight. Hello to Drunky Kong. Drunky says, hi, it's the new one to me. Cool. It is quite cool. Quite difficult. I mean, I maybe I ought to give myself a break and play exit type hit and run. So for Drunky or anyone else who missed that, this game is pretty configurable, and you can choose per screen. Do you have to wipe out all the enemies, which is called rampage mode, or do you want to just be able to escape as soon as you touch the right side of the screen? So I'm going to go with hit and run. I'm playing difficulty level 1 out of 6. That means it gets that much harder. And if you assume it's multiplicative, then it can get like 6 times harder. Anyway. Or do I want to say it's additive? Then it would be 6 times harder when I play level 6. But who knows? That I'm not ready for that yet. You can also play terrain type free space, which means none of that ground. To me, as I said earlier, that's just kind of... To me, the dirt, the terrain is an integral part of the charm of this game, so I don't want to do that. Ryan says try it at its hardest. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to stick with the bolts for now. How did I dodge that? Okay. That's some luck. I just turned down my speed a little bit. I feel like I don't want to be quite gunning it. I changed it from level 10 to 8. There's 10 levels of speed of your ship's movements. Although maybe with hit and run, I do just kind of want to scream my engine to the right. Full throttle. No. All right, I'm having trouble. Shotgun, maybe. Ugh, damn it. Got caught off guard by them being invisible. Yes, I'm playing it on level 1, Ryan. This is the easiest. I don't know. Maybe I should just play it really more hit and run style. Just try to... I'm going to try that now. I'm going to be more hit and run-y. Like, if I feel like I'm past the threat, I'm not going to double back to kill them just because they're there. I'm going to just go. It doesn't mean I'm going to, like, make suicide dashes to the right side, though. All right, let's see what I can do. Okay. Ryan said, dude, it wouldn't even be possible if it can get that much more difficult. Yeah, I mean, clearly it can. My speedrun stress. Yeah, right. Oof, that was close. It's definitely more convenient to be able to exit the level. Oh, that was pretty cool. Now, I can try what I was saying before. With the flare, is it? Look at this, it just kind of goes right through. Wish it could stay stationary a little bit more easily. You can press X to stop, but... Yeah, that's pretty cool that you can do that. But I'm not really hitting them. That's kind of the problem. Hey, I got one. I got them both. Cool. This game does sometimes reward patience and tactics, but there's a lot of times where you don't have the opportunity for that. You just got to run for the hills. Let's do shotgun for the heck of it. This guy. That's one way to do it, I suppose. Now we have the turrets on the ground who are causing havoc. They're shooting me from the ground. Okay. Still alive. No, get away. Big explosions, I don't like those. They're shooting nukes at me, actually. It's the same thing as my nuke weapon. Damage is 26. Hit and run, baby. I need lighter fluid. Oh, no, Ryan gets that reference. Let's run for it. Yep. I need my lighter fluid. That's why I'm doing the hit and run. Isn't that what they say? What do you think? Hit and run? Hit and run. Or is that in a different scene? I don't know. Whatever. This is where you start to see, oh, terrain can get interesting. Later on, as you get deeper into the game, there's 50 screens, and I'm on level 12 right now. There's a lot more complexity to the terrain layouts. All right, so we just have that. Oh, we have that mine thingy and the thing that zooms after you. That's glowing right now. Dare I try? Oh, let's try flares. Let's try flares again. I don't think I'm quite lined up. Sorry again. I wish it was easier to shoot without moving. I guess you just keep holding the button down and move the stick, and you're fine. But I gotta gently move to the left. I can turn down my speed quite a lot. See, look how slow I'm going now. Cool. I'm going at speed 1 again. Let's see if we can pull this off. Because I need my lighter fluid. No, it looks like they're a little bit lower than me. I don't want to touch the ground because that could kill me. Yeah, I'm too high. Oh, God, I'm really risking it here. But it might pay off. Oh, I'm a hair over it. I'm like a pixel over it. I'm not going to risk going any lower than that. All right, I mean, sometimes you just got to go guns blazing, I guess, right? Put my speed at 5 now. How's that? Yeah, it's pretty manageable. All right, I got my lighter fluid. Is there anybody in there? Yikes. This game does make you sweat. I do like having this hill kind of between them and me. But you can see they managed to get around it. Some of the smarter ones. Oh my goodness. The manual does get into how each of these enemies are different. And on that Atari Age thread by the developer that I mentioned, if I recall correctly, he talks in detail about coding all these separate AIs and the technical challenges he faced, and it's all very impressive. The game is extra good to me just because it was just one random dude in 1984. Maybe he started working on it before that even. Maybe like 83 or 82, who knows? Just kind of hacking around on a machine and making awesome things happen. That makes the game more appealing to me than if, like, you know, Electronic Arts had put this out. Well, I like a lot of Electronic Arts games from the era too. It wouldn't be a knock against the game. But it's so much more impressive even with just one dude and some attitude. I don't want to speak too soon, so I'm not gonna. Okay. I'm gonna say now that level seems so easy. Ah! Okay, let's just go. I was still speaking too soon. Ugh. Shotgun. Did I get that little invisible guy? Oh. Do the flares actually hurt enemies or only dirt? I think it's only dirt. Shoot. I'm just realizing that. Bolt. Ah. Why am I bothering? I feel like I got him, so I want to kill him even though I'm playing hit and run style. There we go. You do get more points when you kill them. And points lead to the extra bonuses in healing it between levels. Right. If you hear the extra half of that jingle, that means you got an extra 10 damage. Damage meaning your health. Oh. I gotta be careful. Let's slow down. Speed 3. It's not looking good, actually. Can't see the jerks. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Kick it up to speed 5 again. Oh, turrets. The thing about the turrets is they're so hard to see. But you can see them. They look like, see that kind of pinkish color of the ground? I think they're that color, but they look like a little circle almost. So they're quite well camouflaged, basically. Ah, I pressed X. Pressed X to stop in my tracks and it didn't work. It's kind of hard because I have to let go of the joystick to press X. And if I like miss it or it doesn't work, I'm scrambling to find my joystick again. Here we go. Screen 20. I really don't like those jets. I don't mean the football team. But nobody likes the Jets either. And I'm in New York. I'm just talking nonsense. Okay, I'm just going. Did he die? I think he died. Interesting, interesting. Dare I use a missile? Oh, you're gonna dig through it? You wanna play that game? Oh. Yeah! It's a bit... Yeah, before I was confused, I thought the flares don't actually hurt them. If they did, I wouldn't be able to use this tactic, right? Alright, gotta be careful of the ground. Ryan asks, I wonder how extreme the environment gets. That's it. Well, I got like through 20 screens out of 50 at least. That's something. But yeah, hit and run makes it so much easier. So I guess that's the way I'll have to play until I become a GAUNTLETAK expert. But yeah, that's the focus of this stream, so I'm going to keep at it until I can beat this game, or if I pass out, whichever comes first, or if I, cry in frustration or something, I don't know. Maybe I need my tea power. Tea power. Just a little kick of caffeine without keeping me up all night. Which coffee would totally do. I'm gonna take a glimpse at level 6 just for the fun of it. Guys in the chat, people in the chat, take a bet on how many seconds I last on level 6. Because I'm gonna call it a win if I can survive for like a full minute, let's say. I don't know how much worse it is. Maybe it is only marginally worse. But I'm expecting the worst. Ryan says 5 seconds. All right, let's see what I can do. Here we go. Somebody has to time me too. Eric says 15. I think I've already done like at least 30. I'm not keeping track though. I guess maybe a better metric would be how many screens I can get to. Maybe the third screener. I can't shoot. Okay. I think there's so much stuff flying on the screen that I can't shoot sometimes, but I'm not sure. Whoa. I think it is limiting my ability to shoot. Jeez. Yes, it definitely is. That's not good. There's too much going on. Shotgun, I don't know, something. $37 health again. What is that thing? It might be fun to flip through the manual. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm using bolts. Hey, you know, I'm surviving for longer than I expected. I can't shoot. Again, I just couldn't shoot. Can't shoot now either. I'm gonna use missiles against my better judgment. Yeah, screw that. I'm worse at missiles. Ah. Let's do something different. Tridix, I don't know. Again, my ability to shoot is limited. Oof, I'm almost dead. Alright. Yeah, that was longer than 15 seconds or 5. I think I made it like 2 minutes or so. It would be fun to have a timer going. Alright, to me, I thought it was obviously quite difficult, but really the worst thing was that I couldn't shoot all the time. If there's kind of a higher difficulty level, but it doesn't constrain your ability to shoot, I wouldn't mind that, but yeah. All right, back to 1. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan says you did good. I do think I'm kind of generally better off just sticking with this bolt weapon and switching when I feel like I need to. This should be my default, in other words. Get away with your nuke. Heat-seeking nukes. Should I nuke them back? Let's nuke them back. Nuke time, everybody. You can shoot a lot of nukes at once, huh? Maybe I ought to play with this nuke some more and see how I can do with it. It's not really great for picking off these smaller targets, but it's still fun. Did I get the guy up here? I don't think so. There he is. Okay, so now I'll switch to nuke, because I just want to try it some more. I still want the nukes to explode in your face. Gotta switch. Oof. Okay. There's a turret down there. Alright, I got it. Yeah, it's that, I guess it's that purplish color, those turrets. They're very hard to see. I kind of like the wobbling that the enemies do. It adds to the game, because you can, like... Sometimes they dodge your shots, but sometimes you just catch them a little bit. Ah! Don't crash into the ground next time, Mark. Followed immediately by getting hit by a nuke. It's not really good for your health. Alright, trying to think, is it any strategy I should be trying more? Hyperspace more often? I don't know. It is quite difficult to hit these keys on the fly. Alright, well, let's just jump into it. Defaulting to bolt. I like when their shots crash into each other. Very satisfying. Booyah. I could just dig out the whole terrain if I wanted to. Look at this. I'm gonna play with this just for a minute, just for the fun of it. Ryan says the shooting sounds familiar. Berserk, maybe? It sounds kind of similar to Berserk. I don't think it's a direct ripoff, but yeah. Definitely resembles it. So you could, if you want to, just clear out all of this. That could be a retro achievement. Clear out an entire level of terrain. I'm not going to do that. I wonder if there are any retro achievements for this game. It's relatively obscure, so there might not be. But die-hard Atari 8-bit fans know of this game, and they love this game. Oh god, these things are killing me. Okay. Let's try missile, because I'm a masochist. Huh, what's that one even doing? That was good. That would kill me. Alright. I mean, I had 2 health left, so I figured let's just go crazy. Alright. Not my best run. You can see the scores at the bottom. My high was almost 80,000. My last one was not even 10,000. I think it might be fun to flip through the manual for a bit after this game. See if I can learn a thing or two. Did I get this guy? Oh, I didn't get that guy. So that was something I was wondering, you know, the invisibility trick of those guys. I thought it was still a display glitch, but I think it's clearly not that, now that I've played enough. It's clearly by design, right? That's what I would say. They had a little, like, ballet going there. Dancing back and forth. I will nuke the nuker. Take that, nuker. Oh no, it's gonna nuke in my face. Oh look, it worked out. Alright, let's switch to Bolt. I'll use nuke again. Getting too close. No nuke when close. Shotgun when close is good. Yeah, let's get out of here. Ah. Why do I keep doing this? What is with these missiles? Oh my god! Stop it! Stop it! No! No! Oh my god! This is the worst weapon in the world. Does it just track whatever's closest, and then you're usually closest because I don't know. That was a dumb idea. All right, let's just use flares. Oops. I'm gonna try flares. I think it's so good when it works. It's just so unreliable. And part of me wonders if that's just some weird emulation bug or something, because again, this game does a lot of low-level tricks that an emulator could easily get messed up. Like he started talking about things like using like overriding hardware functions to just store data because he wasn't using those particular functions or something like that. I was like, what? Maybe hardware is not the right word, but it's, I guess, OS functions, something like that. I feel like you're getting really crazy with the hacking. I'm not using this particular function, so it's going to be a place I store data now instead. Christ. Okay. Nukes. Yeah, I like nuke, baby. Nukes are cool. You gotta nuke something. Oh, how'd he dodge that? Nuke the world. Ha 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 ha. Maybe I'm the bad guy here. Going all right with the nuking strategy. All right. Ryan asks, I wonder, or says, I wonder how many screens you could get past doing a no shooting challenge. Oh my god, that would be a fun achievement, perhaps. I already hit I thought I hit the spacebar twice to switch to Bolt, but it didn't register. Yeah, baby. All right. Tridex for the win. Oh. Come here. Come to Papa. All right. Let's just nuke him. Ha ha ha. Oh. Who wants a nuke? Come get some. Nice. That guy was an idiot. I got far too amused by that. He just crashed into the mountain. All right. I think we just have this one X. Okay. Switch to, let's say, Bolt. Another suicide attempt there. Okay. No more nukes as he's getting close. Switch to shotgun. Bolt. We got turrets. I can't even see them. Whew. Gosh. Me fumbling to switch weapons and then my fingers off the joystick. That's that. All right. I'm going to try to pull up the manual. Let's have a perusal of that. Take a little bit of a break and look through that. I have it somewhere. Give me a moment. Here we go. I've got it right here. Gauntletak. I love the kind of indie style of this. It looks like he basically drew a little sketch and then he just typed it up on maybe a dot matrix printer or something like that. But yeah, it's a cool little title screen, title page here. All right. 1987, Don Lebeau. Gauntletak introduction. Why the new name? Some of you have undoubtedly noticed the Atari arcade game called Gauntlet. I have too, unfortunately. In order to avoid confusion with their game, I changed the name of mine. They're not worried about getting their game confused with mine. Some of you may not like the name GAUNTLETAK, but it keeps some amount of consistency. Besides, 2 minutes after you start playing, you'll forget about the name entirely. This version of the game incorporates all the wish list items everyone sent in. That's pretty cool. People made requests for features and or maybe bug fixes. I don't know. And it looks like he took them into account for this version of the game. You have unlimited ammo and a variety of weapons you can select at any time. There's even a hyperspace button for when you get trapped. The game flow is smoother and the pace is faster. Maybe we need a little bit, a little bit of a slower pace. Copyright notice spelled wrong, but I noticed this guy spells a lot of things wrong, but that's okay. We're not all spelling nerds. This program may not be copied except for the purposes of owner backup. No copy. We don't need to read all that. GAUNTLETAK. Loading the game. 1. Turn on the drive. Wait till the busy light goes out. 2. Turn on the video screen. It's always funny how back in the day, like, you have an NES manual or an Atari game manual. It's like, make sure your game is plugged into the wall socket. Make sure your house has power. If your house doesn't have power, call the electric company. If the electric company doesn't answer, keep calling them. I'm getting a little silly here, but it's kind of funny. They just tell you all the fundamentals. Insert the diskette, blah, blah, blah. After the game is loaded, you will see this title screen. GAUNTLETAK, level 1, blah, blah, blah. You are now ready to select options and play the game. The game option menu. The game options are selected using the option and select buttons. Notice that the top option line is red and the others are green. The red line is the currently selected line, explaining a very straightforward user interface. Now, let's move on. Game options 1 through 6 selects the play level. 1 is the easiest, 3 is medium, and 6 is suicidal. Yeah, that's because you can't shoot as often as you'd like. There's too much stuff going on. Exit type, hit and run. Lets you exit to the next screen at any time. Rampage lets you keeps you on a screen until all enemies are destroyed. Game length, all lets you play all 50 screens. First lets you play only the first 25 screens. Last lets you play only the last 25 screens. Terrain, normal plays the game with terrain. Free space plays the game with no terrain. Joystick controls. The joystick controls the movement and firing for your ship. It operates in 2 modes. When the button is not pressed, the movement of the stick will accelerate the ship in the desired direction. With the button pressed, the ship will fire continuously in the direction selected. You do not have to push the button for each shot. The ship fires as fast as possible when the button is held down. The ship drifts along when you're not accelerating. This gives you the ability to go in one direction and fire in another. Be careful of getting trigger happy and letting your ship drift into a hill. After a little practice, the controls will become second nature, and you will be able to easily combine movement and fire. Keyboard controls, thrust. You can vary the amount of thrust the ship has by using the number keys on the keyboard at any time. This is useful when you get inside the caves for more delicate maneuvers. The number 1 sets the slowest acceleration, while the number 0, meaning 10, sets the highest. Normally, thrust is not changed until you reach the cave. It means like the way people typically play, I guess. A thrust of 5 works well in the caves. The ship starts the game with a thrust value of 0. Note that changing the thrust does not affect your maximum speed, only how fast you can change course. It's your acceleration, not your max speed. Weapon selection. Your ship is armed with a primary and secondary weapon system. Fusion bolts are the primary weapon, and the secondary weapon is a special launcher that can select 6 different types of ammo. The secondary weapon is chosen by pressing one of the weapon select buttons. Excuse me. This can be done at any time. The status display at the bottom of the screen shows which weapon you are currently using. Every time you press the space bar, your ship will toggle between bolts and your special weapon. I should probably use that more. It basically toggles with the last special weapon you had on. All weapons have unlimited ammo. Here's the buttons. M is homing missiles, F is flares, T is tridents, S is shotgun, N is nuke, B is bot. Fusion bolts. These are your ship's primary weapons. There can be 6 of them on the screen at one time. Fusion bolts disintegrate matter on contact and are highly unstable. They detonate on anything, even other explosions. When fired in a steady stream, the explosions may tend to walk back to your ship. This effect can be used to create a temporary shield to stop incoming fire. That's something I should be thinking about more. It can also get you killed if you fly into it. Missiles. Homing missiles will lock on an enemy ship or gun base and chase it until it is destroyed. If it can't find an enemy ship to lock onto, it will self-destruct. Seems to go after me. I don't know about self-destructing. Missiles won't lock onto drones. Missiles can take a lot of damage, so it's possible for them to destroy one target and go on to another. This is especially helpful in clearing minefields. Missiles let you take blind shots around corners, so you don't have to risk your neck to wipe out heavy, excuse me, heavy concentrations of enemy ships. Flares. Flares are fired like bolts, except that they burn through terrain. They don't cause a lot of damage, but they can be used to destroy gun bases and ships through hills and punch through incoming fire. Tridex. Tridex is a special type of warhead that explodes along a plane. On some planets, it's used to clear trees. Tridex causes a large amount of damage and can destroy most ships with one hit. The best use for Tridex is for low-level strafing of suspected gun-based positions. Okay. It says devastating as strip mining. Shotgun. The shotgun fires short-range shells that spread out as they fly. It is deadly at close range and is also good for stopping incoming fire and destroying mines and missiles. Nukes. Like to dig your own caves? How about frying groups of enemy ships? Want to put up a wall of flame nothing can get through? Or just pretty fireworks? These babies are just plain fun. Bots. Bot is short for ballistic ordnance transport. Okay, so it's not a robot, it's a ballistic ordnance transport. They carry 4 homing missiles, which are launched after 2 seconds of flight. Lob one of these high overhead and watch the action. Stay clear so you don't get caught in the crossfire. Don't fire bots when there are ECM pods on the screen. You probably won't live to regret it. I don't know what all these things they're naming are, like ECM pods and drones. Disruption field. This is their explanation for your health, essentially. Disruption field generator protects your ship. The field will vaporize anything it touches. I'll skim through some. I think I want to get to the weapons. Sorry, the enemies is what I meant to say. The amount of damage that your ship takes when hit varies greatly. Every time you enter a new screen, you get extra damage points added to the field. In addition, every damage point you have remaining from the last screen adds 100 to your score. Yeah, I noticed that. So if you have like 17 damage at the end of the screen, you'll get 1,700 points. But you get a bonus of 10 damage points every time your score accumulates 10,000. So think about that. So if you get like, you have a bad screen 1, even if you think, all right, I'm going to do good from here on, think of how many points you lose. Because every screen, you gain 100 times your score. So if I have, if I leave screen 1 with 15 damage instead of, say, 30, which is what you start with, I'm like missing out on 1,500 points on screen 1. And I'm healing just, 3? Whatever I'm healing, just a few. So basically, it really harms your score accumulation, which in turn harms your ability to heal. Anyway, that's kind of interesting. Pressing the H key will warp your ship to a different location on the screen. This is good for getting out of tight spots. If you end up in solid rock, just hit H again to go somewhere else. Okay, that's how you have to survive when you warp into solid rock. Like your weapons, the use of hyperspace is unlimited. Pressing the X key will stop your ship in place so it doesn't drift. Good for ambushes and tight caves. You hit the Atari key to freeze the game. Terrain and screens. We kind of explained all this before. They say you should, try hit and run first here. And once you get proficient at that, you can switch to Rampage for more challenge. Free space plays very differently, they mentioned. Makes for an interesting variation from the usual hide and seek. The enemy, this is what I wanted to go over. I thought they were like pictures of, here they are. So these are the munitions first. It's not pictures of the munitions. But you have photons. That's basically your bolt, medium damage, and are carried on most ships. Bullets are always fired directly at you and do light damage. Fusion bolts. The enemy carries into. Oh, that's my main weapon actually. Okay. Flares. They burn through terrain. You know that one. Whirls. These spin at you and block your return fire. Yeah, I've seen that. They do medium damage. Tridex. That's the same kind of weapon I have. They slowly home in on you and do a lot of damage when it hits you. I don't think the ones I shoot home in on anybody though. Worth 100 points when it explodes. Vulcan cannon. I guess Vulcan fires a stream of explosive shells. The fastest object in the game. The way to avoid them is to not get in the field of fire in the first place. Okay. Torpedoes will follow you everywhere. When they detonate, you get 50 points. Stalkers. These act like slow torpedoes, but they bore through hills to get you. 150 when they go boom. Nukes. Unfortunately, the enemy has nukes too. Stay near the edges of the screen or fire at them to detonate them early. Now, here are the enemy's mines. Mines are equipped with cloaking devices. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I thought it was my emulator messing up. They orbit peacefully, winking in and out until you get too close. Then they chase you relentlessly. Mines are worth 25 points when they're sitting there, and 50 points when they wake up and start chasing. So if you want to maximize points, you can wake them up, then kill them. But it's so much easier to kill them when they're not chasing you. Bubbles. Bubbles just orbit and launch stalkers at you once in a while. 25 points. ECM pods. Also worth 25 points and are easy to kill. They don't even fire at you, but what they do can be devastating. They jam your excuse me while I make stupid sounds for a minute. What? They jam your homing missiles, causing them to detonate, go crazy, drop like rocks, or chase you. Don't fire missiles or bots when there are ECM pods on the screen. Clean out the ECM pods first or you're in for trouble. That's great to know because now I know when I can use the missiles effectively or when I should just refrain from using them. Because the missiles are great except when they do that. But now I understand it. It's too bad they couldn't have some kind of a visual way to show that they're interfering with the missile. That would be probably pretty hard with such basic graphics. But now the manual has let me know. That's huge. I'm glad I read the manual. Back in the day, RTFM was mandatory. Drones are smart homing missiles. I kind of feel like that alone was worth reading the manual over. And it's like, yep, I'm good now. I'm satisfied. Anyway, let's keep going. The drones hover and wait until you're in sight. Then they beep cautiously. Give chase, avoiding obstacles along the way. When they get close enough, they throw all caution to the wind and play kamikaze. Drones are worth 50 when waiting, 100 when cautiously chasing, and 200 when charging in. Satellites. Satellites have a combination of guts, speed, and firepower that makes them extremely dangerous. They will aggressively back you into a corner where they can rip you apart with their shotgun. They got a shotgun too. We saw that. Even though they are not heavily armored, their erratic behavior makes it hard to place a good solid hit. Here are the scouts. These are the backbone of the enemy fleet. They take a fair amount of damage, launch aimed photons, and drop a drone once in a while to keep you occupied while they move in. They are good at dodging, making them very hard to hit. Skimmers. The rule is keep away. These ships are armed with fusion bolts that fire faster than you can dodge. Keep moving and try to get above or below them to get a decent shot. Yeah, they're very flat and thin like the jet guys. So you want to go ideally, if you can shoot them from above or below, it's better. A lot of these enemies, the larger ones, are kind of just wide and flat. Missiles work good if you have a place to hide, but skimmers like to fight close and will come and get you. Pods are capable of... I think these are the guys I described as hot dogs. Capable of launching and guiding one torpedo and will always try to keep one on the screen. They are chicken and proud of it, having the best avoiding ability of any ship. Of course, if you were this lightly armored, you'd get good at it too. Bees, not the bees. Bees like to buzz around you and sting you with their shotgun. To kill them, fire ahead of them and from long range, since they'll block your shots from close in. Shuttles. Shuttles fire bullets and can launch one nuke at a time. They are small targets but don't take much damage. Kill them early before they score with their nukes. Vikes. Vikes are heavy support ships with 2 torpedoes. They take a lot of punishment as they lumber around. They are not made to fight alone, and when in a group, they provide a heavy wallop. They usually wander in groups of 2 and will overwhelm you with torpedoes. Robes love it when you hide. Usually, they just fire bullets at you, but given the chance, they will get above you and pummel you to death with whirls. Otherwise, they will be satisfied with tearing you to shreds at point blank range, and they're fast enough to keep you from escaping. A probe's only defense is its speed and small size. Some ships launch probes to flush you out. Rats. Rats travel in packs and fire bullets rapidly. They are slow but take a lot of damage. Hovering and covering each other is their favorite tactic, but they are known to charge. So many of these things. I'm losing my voice. Hunters. These ships are used to fighting alone and are well equipped for it, carrying photons and probes. They send out the probes to flush you out for a clear shot. Heavy armor protects them as they avoid your fire. Gills. I've seen these ones. It's unclear whether the name comes from being armed to the gills or acting like a guillotine, but the name fits in either case, unless you pronounce it correctly, which would be more like guillotine, right? Gills will use flares to blow away your cover, while they launch stalkers to come and get you. They are fast and heavily armored, making them hard to kill. Hover ships. These hovering support platforms are armed with a variety of weapons. I think these are the ones that I said look like helicopters, and each ship is configured differently. They are slow and take medium damage, but sometimes have awesome firepower. Be careful to make sure you know what you're facing before you move in. Drone ships. Drone ships are like hover ships, only worse. They always have awesome firepower, more than any other ship. It's kind of hard to get any of these straight in my head, really. They have heavy armor and plow along, blasting everything in sight. Not only that, but they're too stupid to retreat. Mobbers. These ships are walking disaster areas. They unleash a mob of stalkers that will track you down and overwhelm you. Kill them as soon as you see them before they unload. Tack ships. The main medium ship of the enemy fleet. Armed with photons and drones, well armored and smart. They, the scouts' big brother, and good scout pilots graduate to flying tack ships. Expect to have extended duels with these ships. They're not easy to kill. Eyes. These eyes shoot nukes, right? Yeah, eyes fire nukes, but aren't very mobile and are big targets, so you can nuke them back. Staying close to the edges of the screen will allow most of the nukes to pass by harmlessly. Don't stay close to the ground unless you're good at dodging nukes and avoiding blasts. Yeah, if you're near the ground, it could easily hit a bit of the ground near you, and then the nuke radius would get you. Gun bases. There are 14 types of gun bases, each armed differently. So many enemies in this game. They're camouflaged well and blend in with the ground. Oh, these are what I was calling turrets. So you can only find them when they open fire. Sometimes they hover in the air for better fields of fire. The best way to kill gun bases is to fly in low and fast while strafing. A standoff battle seldom works because they shoot your shells out of the air. One hit kills them. Jets. Armed with a Vulcan cannon. These ships are monsters. They usually appear in 2s or 3s. Don't fly directly in or stay in close. There's no time to dodge when they fire. Always fly across their path of fire and fire a burst. Use missiles if possible, just dodge till they are killed. Forts. A fort is a flying fortress. Slow, lots of firepower, and takes lots of damage. Fly in close with shotgun blazing or chip away at long range. They take lots of damage, so don't expect an easy kill. Blobs. The most dangerous ship in the game, the Blob, is built from the hull of a king ship, but packed with firepower. It has a cloaking device that works for short periods of time, allowing it to go invisible. It fires nukes and drones, and many of them. This ship also moves fast, so you seldom know where it is. When it's visible, hit it with bolts. Fire missiles when it fades out. Concentrate on dodging the nukes and stay far away from the ship. A bot is your best friend when facing a blob. Okay. King ship. Here we go. This is the final boss, I think. This is the big boy himself, armed with tridecks and probes and able to take 30 damage points. I don't know how much that is really. He can hold his ground quite well. It's probably like 30 bolts worth of damage. But, you know, obviously, depending on the weapon you use, it would vary. The number that the number of shots you have to fire at it to kill it. When the kingship is destroyed, its planet blaster will overload and detonate everything on the screen except you. Wow. Suddenly it will get very peaceful. Enjoy it. You earned it. Playing hints. Always enter new screens close to the ground to come in out of sight. Most screens are made to give you cover as soon as you enter. Learn early how to destroy homing weapons by running them into the ground or into each other. When playing the higher levels, you must be able to do this automatically while attacking other ships. Fly through the middle of the enemy formation. Their crossfire will cause many casualties. They can kill each other. In the same manner, stay between two ships as long as possible to cause them to fire at each other. It is possible to clear some screens without firing a shot. Oh, there you go, Ryan. You could totally do it that way if you're really good at the game. Fire a steady stream in front of moving ships and let them fly into it. All right, this is getting tiring. It's a lot of tips here. Use shotguns to detonate nukes. Dig your own tunnel. Fire a bot, then switch to shotgun and defend yourself while the bot does its job. All right. You can use hyperspace repeatedly to confuse the enemy and yourself. When you have a lot of damage left, flaunt it. You can get more points by keeping your damage high than by picking off ships. Losing 10 damage points will cost you 1,000 bonus points at the end of a screen. Yeah, like I was saying before, you know, it's kind of cumulative, right? If I don't get hurt for 10 points this screen, I'm gaining that. 1,000 for the end of this screen, and then whatever I have left by the end of the following screen also gets added. And every 10,000 points, I gain 10 damage points, in addition to the 3 I get every time I complete a level, basically. All right. Never fly directly into a ship while it's firing at you. Stalkers. All right, that is it. That was a pretty thorough review of the manual. But yeah, again, the key thing that's super important that I'm glad I learned is with the missiles, you just have to not have that jammer guy on the screen. That's what messes it up. And what does that thing look like? Again, I got to review that. It looks like, okay, it looks almost like an asterisk. It's this guy once again. If this is on the screen, don't use missiles. That's crucial. But now that I know that, hopefully I can use them more. All right, I feel better. But let's resume. There's one right there. See? Oh, it just died. Didn't last long. I'm not lasting long. Ah. Oh. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try using missiles more. I still don't know if it's a good thing to default to, but I'm kind of trying it for now anyway. There's an asterisk. Uh-oh. Yeah. Another asterisk. Now it's dead, so I could just do this. Hide behind here. Maybe a bit overkill for that one guy, but it's good to understand how the tactics can work. And get some practice doing it. Once again, we don't have an asterisk, so I could just do some of this. Ah. Don't go that way. Yeah, nice. Got my 10 bonus damage there. Again, no asterisk, but I'm kind of in the thick of it right now already. Ah! Tridex to strafe these guys. Okay. I got an asterisk off the bat. And it's dead. Sweet. Yeah, now I like missiles again. It's cool. Just gotta know how they work, right? Asterisk on screen. Ah. Damn. Alright. Challenging game, huh? Well, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep at it. Just keep trying. What happened here? What? It's not drawing the screen. But apparently I started the game, but switching out the emulator made it like mess up. So I'll just die again, I think. Yeah, I think I'm dead now. Alright. Yeah, somehow I had a graphic glitch. No asterisk, so I'm going for the missiles. Ooh, yeah, missiles are awesome again. I guess it's just kind of a way of countering their power. You have to be careful that you don't have the asterisk on the screen. And there's one right now. Oof. Man. Thought I had a good start for a moment, and then that happened. Now my damage is down to 13, and hence the bonuses are lesser. Yeah, missile away. Oh, messed up something there. Okay. Asterisk. I gotta not line up with those jets. It's a dumb thing to do. And now I'm almost dead. Man. So, I know how to use missiles, but I'm still getting owned here. Yeah, baby. All right. That was a good screen one, so I get 3,000 bonus points. Ah! That hit me for 10 because I shot to the left by accident and it went through me. So you still got to be careful with these missiles. Drunky Kong says, why this was not an arcade game at the time is mind-blowing. That's a good point. Imagine, wow. Yeah, I think Don Lebeau needed like a good publisher. You know, a lot of these games that EA published were just a small developer or like a guy, and they like helped polish the game and give it a nice, you know, awesome box with good artwork and really, you know, market it and everything. I bet he just needed someone like EA to help him. Instead, this became like a shareware cult classic among Atari users, which had its own charm too. But yeah, this game could have been bigger, probably. I don't run into that. Missiles rule again. Still have to take some care, but yeah, wow. There's an asterisk. Let's kill the asterisk. Yeah, a missile's away again. We good? We good? 47 damage again, nice. Oh. There's our asterisk again. I'll take this guy on. I think that was called a rat in the manual. Okay, I didn't take too much damage from that jet. Good, good, good. As soon as I don't see the asterisk, I'm like, switch the missiles, fire away. Beautiful. I took some pretty heavy hits there, but you know, having 37 damage is like not bad compared to how I've been doing before. 47 now. Oh, they don't see that, whatever that guy's called. Let's use flares, how about? Do this the slow and calculated way. Beautiful. Okay. Take that, you fiends. Oof. Ah. If you hold it down, you risk the missiles hitting each other kind of close to you, so that's definitely a danger. Yeah. Alright. Oh, there's a, what do you call it, gun thingy. I call them turrets. Yeah, 63 damage. Oh, we got one of the... Whoa, that worked out. Oh no, they're going in and out of visibility. Shotgun, how about? Cool, got it. Can't kill that jerk. Don't come to me. Is there an asterisk on the screen here? I missed. I think that one just had navigational difficulties. That one missile. Yeah, but yeah, Drunkie's right. Imagine this was in the arcade. I want to switch, but not to missile. What can I use? Oh, I didn't really use. Oh man. Get rid of that asteroid. All right, they're kind of trapped in their own little place there. Flares can dig through that effectively, even though it's pretty deep on this side. For a second, I thought about going to that like really thin area on the right. But it's like, I don't really need to necessarily. What? Am I not hitting that thing? Just switch to bolts. Yep. Should just missile it? Missiles for the win again. Look at that. What are you saying there, Drunkie? If Atari did this in color vectors with cockpit type controls, could have been a hit. By that I mean Sega made Star Trek chair controls, and there was the Atari Star Wars cockpit. Yeah, why not? Not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Those things can be a pain. Right, I'm almost at max damage right now. Ugh. And now I am. Took out that asterisk just so I could start barraging them with missiles from over here. Oh man, this game's so cool. Do I want to fight this guy? I'm getting greedy. Like, I'm full on damage. Maybe I'll just kill this guy for the fun. But the stupid thing is, which weapon is this? It's the the heat-seeking triangle of doom that rotates. I'm just getting out of here. All right, we're in the second half of the game. Screen 26 out of 50. Now, if you're playing hit and run, you can't just leave these guys. I'm going to try to kill them anyway for the fun of it. You're taking some hits here. I'm not too worried right now. This should take me back to 99. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, this is where I don't know if Ryan's still here, but this is where you can see the caves are getting more complicated. Hmm. Well, let's start with a missile taking out that. Oh no, that's not working. Is there an X on the screen that I'm missing? Jeez. Oh, well that was bad, but I'm still around with 72 damage. This might be when it's time to slow down my speed. I'm at 5 now instead of 10. Still pretty fast. That pertains to the acceleration, not the max speed. Just missile this thing. Oh, look at that. I think it can't see those when they're not activated. But the radius happened to be big enough of the explosion that it was fine. But yeah, let's take it down to 3 even. I want to go nice and slow. Ah, okay. Let's take it nice and easy. Let's up it to, I don't know, 6. Yeah, we got an asterisk. Now we can missile away. Oh no, shoot, that was bad. It's the weapon switching. You take your hand off the joystick for a moment. It's killer. Alright, beautiful. Slow down. Let's see how missiles do. Can they handle these corners very well? That's kind of the thing I'm worried about. Not really. Well, I mean, they're not doing a bad job here. They're killing you. Those guys are killing themselves, it seems. Oh, no, he's gonna dig right through there. Oh, man, I gotta be more careful here. Did I kill him? Guess so. Ooh. Oh my god. Let's take a breather. All right. Taking a breather. Oh, this game's awesome. Yeah. What does Drunky say? I'm going to check if I have this game and dive into it more. It's my type of game. I've been playing Subterranean recently. Oh, I don't know that game. What is Subterranean? Is that a newer game or what? Anyway, yeah, let's keep my speed, my acceleration slower. I'm going at 4 now. Take our time. You take a lot of damage if you like carve your ship through the rocks. What was happening? Oh, it made me like appear on the rocks. Kind of annoying. Jeez. Yeah, it seems to not detect those guys when they're stationary, whatever those little 4-pixel things are, 5-pixel things. Oh, I know what game you're talking about, Drunky. Yeah, the Genesis game Subterranean. I played it like once. It looked pretty cool. I remember it was kind of one of the later Genesis games, I think. I ought to try that some more for sure. Okay, what's up next? It seems like the second half is focused more on the underground stuff. The underground tunnels where you got to be careful. Oh my god, look at this. They're putting me... You know what? There's no point in getting careful about it when you can get nuking about it. Part of me does kind of wish there was a limit to some of these weapons. I don't know. I'm not saying like I find the game too easy, but I don't know, to make it like I feel like I should be like, oh, do I really want to use a nuke here, or should I just go for it? But it kind of prevents me. I mean, I can easily avoid that sort of a decision making because there is no limit to my nukes. So I don't know. I mean, they can always give you like 50 of each weapon to start, and you gather more as you go. But as long as it's not unlimited, you know. But well, it's still a ton of fun. I'm not really complaining here. All right. So I do feel like that one knowledge of that one ship that ruins your missiles, that just having that one little bit of knowledge changed everything here. I can actually play this fairly well now. I don't know if I'm going to beat it, but you know, I don't want to get too overconfident or anything, but it's game changer just knowing that one thing. Let's flare him. Cool. Go get a missile. Try again. Now, when these guys are asleep, you get fewer points. So there's like 3 stages of them. They're like sleeping, active, or kamikaze. And you get more points when they're active than when they're sleeping, and even more points when they're in kamikaze mode. But you know, they can be difficult to deal with, so it's good to just take them out when you can, I think. Just grazing them, like missing them by a hair. All right. Okay. Got flares on still, that's probably not great. All right. Oof. Now what do we want to do? I guess just nuke up here. Kind of afraid of maybe some turrets being around, kind of ambushing me as I go through what seems to be a very quiet area. I guess they're not. They're not here. Okay. There's another asterisk or missile cancelers. I should try bots more because now I understand that they're subject to this, you know, asterisk guy as well. Let's flare this guy out. Try a bot now, but I don't know if it's worthwhile if we haven't dug a path out. Let me try that first. Nuke, then I'll switch to a bot right away. Cool. Let's use a nuke again. Get missiles ready. Bolts and missiles. We have an asterisk, so no missiles right now. Asterisk just bit it. Okay. A fellow enemy got him. Get out of my face. Okay, cool. Cool. A little rough there, but that's alright, we'll make it back. Oh my god, okay. Alright, it's down to 67. Oh, we gotta Surprise. Okay. Back to 75. Okay. Slow down, slow down. Slow down, you're moving too fast. 87 damage. Alright. What to do here? Nuke. We have an asterisk. That flat guy, the big flat guy is a pain. Maybe I can nuke the wall and the asterisk kind of in tandem. And now I can just use a missile. Should be using flare. Let's dig through with nukes. Out of my way, ground. Alright, there could be turrets around. Another nice thing about missiles is that they can weed out the turrets. Okay. No asterisk, so I'm going missile nuts. There we go. I just ran into a bullet, but that's fine. Ah! Ran into my missile. Alright. Beautiful. Hey, Carlos! Carlos is in the house from Panama. Says, what a neat game. Just wanted to stop by. Say hello and good night. Always seem to catch you when I'm getting to bed. Yeah, no problem, Carlos. Thanks for coming by. A good night. Oh, what's happening? Something's shooting in a weird way. Carlos, I know he's a guy who loves his Commodore 64. I don't know what else he loves, but I know he loves that machine. And who can blame him? That's such a cool machine. This game is not Commodore, by the way. This is an Atari 8-bit game. All right, good night, man. Take care, Carlos. Okay, ooh, all right, interesting. I guess I'll just dig through. They killed each other, those fools. Dig through with nukes. Maybe fire some missiles once there's a path. Looks like there's nobody there anymore. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I know about that, Carlos. The new management. The what's that dude's name? He has a YouTube channel. He bought all the rights. I don't know if it's just him or a whole company of people, but I think he's the CEO of the new Commodore. What's his channel? Like Retro something? Retro Review or something like that. Perifractic? Okay. Perifractic? Yeah, that sounds right. And he has his wife, Lady Fractic, join on the videos too. Retro Recipe, that's right. Yeah, he does a he has a good channel. And it's pretty exciting that it's going to be a new Commodore. I actually pre-ordered one. I don't usually pre-order any of these new, like, you know, Atari 400 Mini or anything like that. But this thing seems really cool. It'll use all the original peripherals, and as well as allow you to play using, like, you know, modern media like SD cards. Seems like kind of like the best of both worlds. And it looks like the original system too. You can also buy like one with a transparent case, but I got the one that looks like the original. Eric says I ordered one too. Oh, cool, Eric. Yeah, usually I get tempted by those things, but I say ultimately, nah, I'm probably not really going to use it much. It doesn't really seem that great. But this one seems good. This little bit of dirt is like messing with my mind here. Like a couple of pixels. And Carlos says, I almost did. You might inspire me to get one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look, review it, review the details for yourself and see if it looks good to you. I don't actually have an original Commodore right now. But it's actually funny timing. I was literally looking for one on eBay. I thought it might be good to have original hardware. I'm just kind of feeling like that would be cool to have for a few reasons. And then I learned about this thing, so I was like, wow, I could just get one of these. What's it called? The Ultimate? Do we have any X's here? I mean, asterisk. Ooh, I won't say it's a complaint, but I kind of don't. I mean, it's satisfying. I'm not talking about Commodore anymore. I'm talking back to the game. These guys, when they're in tight quarters, kill each other a little too often. I mean, I think they should be a little bit smarter in that respect, and it's actually awesome if you make something like that work very sparingly in a game. Like, yeah, it's really hilarious. It's great. Like, they killed each other. Look at that. Or if you can, like, manipulate them to do so, but it's difficult. So that's kind of a minor nitpick I have with this game. Overall, though, this is a great time, a lot of fun. I'm on screen 47, aren't I? Holy crap. I'm almost at the end of the game. I'm just realizing. There's 3 screens left. And I'll say again, I think just knowledge of the way missiles get jammed by that one thing that I'm calling the asterisk, that made so much of a difference. There's also another thing that you're not seeing is I'm mostly putting on the one weapon I think I'm going to use next, and I'm hitting space toggle, which is much easier than finding the key. I'm kind of like, I got my gamepad down low, and so I can have my pinky like resting by my keyboard, and I just hit the space bar or the X key to stop. Yeah, I'm finding I have to use stop a lot to stop my movement. So I'm mostly hitting those very quickly with my pinky. And I think that's upping my game a lot too. Of course, now I'm getting pants beaten out of me. They're definitely killing each other a little more than I'd like. I mean, it's great that they do for my, for the sake of how well I do in the game, but it feels like they should be doing it a little less. All right, we're on the second to last screen in a moment here. Don't crash into that. Ah, shoot. All right, so I am going to be kind of beat up for the final battle for sure, which we are about to hit. Is there anybody else here? I'm surprised there aren't more surprise like turrets and stuff. I feel like in the original there was. It'd be like you just go along here and then a bunch of turrets start blasting at you. All right, so I guess I'll keep missiles on. I don't know if there's going to be any asterisks, but here we go. This should be the final boss, I think. No asterisk, let's missile away. Got him. Yeah! I got a little jingle. That victory music was a kind of a running joke in my family growing up. Because we didn't play Gauntlet. We had the original one, Gauntlet, which, as I mentioned before, it didn't really give you much in the way of special weapons. You chose one of them to stick with throughout the entire game, and the ammo was limited. And my dad was super into this game. He liked that he could pause and kind of plan out his tactics, and he beat the game before any of me and my siblings did. And to us, it was like, oh my God, you beat that game. And it was like, such a huge accomplishment. And we used to laugh like, that was it? That's all it does at the end? And so just humming that song was like a joke in my household. Like almost like if you accomplished something after a long arduous journey and you got no reward, we would just go and yeah, that's it. I mean, it doesn't need a fantastic ending. It's not really that kind of a game with cinematics and stuff like that. But yeah, great game. And again, that one bit of knowledge, perhaps that extra tactic I picked up too of using my pinky, but the bit of knowledge about when the missiles apply or when they can be, messed up by that one asterisk thing, all the difference. And now I can see why difficulty level 1 is just the first difficulty, because it wasn't that difficult with that knowledge. I mean, it kept me on my toes from time to time, and it wasn't an absolute breeze, but I did it. And yeah, definitely the thing where your health snowballs. If you can keep your health high, then even if you take, you mess up on one screen and take 30 damage, you gain it back quickly. Because just to reiterate how this works is you get 100 times your health at the end of every screen, and the max is 99. So if you complete a screen with 99 health, you get 9,900 health. 9,900 points, and every 10,000 points you get 10 extra health. So once you're that high, if you're like even in the low 90s or in the 80s, you just keep getting 10 health every screen pretty much. So it really allows you to snowball with that. And honestly, I think maybe one of the worst things would be if you just have a really bad screen 1 or any of the early screens. If you just mess up, I feel like it would make it that system, the scoring system and that health system makes it really hard to recover from that, I think. But if you do well, you can really just keep that train rolling. So yeah, definitely a great game. I'm nitpicking little details. I'm kind of not sure if I like that mechanic about the health though, because I don't know. I feel like it makes it sort of all or nothing. Like you mess up a little early and it affects you so hard. But I don't know. It's not bad though. It's a design decision, right? But yeah, definitely a great game anyway. Even if I am wondering, kind of second guessing some of the design decisions. But yeah, that was difficulty 1. So, to say I beat the game might be a stretch. Also, I played on exit type hit and run, which is easier than Rampage. And it is only, 10:30 is not exactly early in the evening, but I have time to play a little more. So maybe I'll just try level 2 now. Or I can show you, just for the heck of it, let's see what free space looks like. Now, to me, I've said this before earlier in the stream and last week, but when you play free space, it removes all the terrain, and it's like a different game, and it loses like 90% of its charm. But let's see what it looks like for the fun of it. I don't know if I want to play a full game on this, but this is what it looks like. You just don't have terrain. It makes it easier in some ways, harder in some ways. I think overall it's easier though. Actually, I'm not really sure about that. I used to think it was easier back in the day, but now I'm wondering, because you can't really duck behind any dirt or anything. I'll play a little bit like this. Oh, we got the jammer guy up there. I'm getting killed already. See, because my damage fell down to 11, I'm only getting 1,100 points. Now I get 1,300. Robotron without the robots. Yeah, that's right, Drunky. Robotron without the robots. Yeah, this is what it's like. I feel like this game would not have been a cult hit if it was always like this. I do kind of like, though, when a game gives you the options and you can figure out how you like to play it most. Like, even if they're kind of fundamentally modify the game. You know, the developer just says, do what you want. You can do this or that. Okay, I'm dead. Alright, so, yeah, let's try... Well, first of all, let's put on the terrain again. And... shall we try level 2? I don't know. Part of me said maybe I should try level 3, but I guess baby steps is probably safer. Yeah, let's go, I guess. Level 2, let's do it. We have an asterisk off the bat. One of these annoying guys who chases you aggressively. He's in kamikaze mode right now. I want to just get him, get him. Ah, he got me. Two-player like artillery, duel, or combat would have been awesome, said Drunky. Imagine this two-player, holy crap. I think it might be... I would love to see it. If I could snap my fingers and try it. Hell yeah. I do wonder if it would be as good or if it would be like... I can't think of any tangible reason why it would be bad. So yeah, hell yeah, bring it on. I'm going to ask Don Lebeau to do it. I'll ask him on Atari Age. I was actually thinking of making a game inspired by this. Not like a direct ripoff, but I've been fiddling with Intellivision programming, and one of the things that occurred to me is it has a 16 directional disc, so imagine you can move and fire in 16 directions instead of just this 8 in a game similar to this. I don't know if the Intellivision could handle the way the terrain works, but could be interesting to try. Whoa, Jesus. Don't come after me. Okay. But yeah, two-player would be a fun idea. Oof. Ah, shoot. Got an asterisk. I don't think I'm going to survive the screen, honestly. Switched to Tridex, because that's where my fingers crept to. The dangerous moment. I think it saved me. Okay. Ooh. Do I want Tridex on still? I don't know. Missiles. Don't want to deal with those planes. And I can just do this. Fire at them from the other side of the hill. There's no jammer guy present. Ugh. Jeez. Gotta be careful about that. Whew. Alright. Ah, dead. Alright. I'm going again. Right away, off the bat. Got 30. What do you start with? 35 damage? I thought it was 30, but it looks like 35. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll have missiles ready as my secondary. Nice. We got asterisks. Let's use shotgun, I don't know. Going back to bolts. Nuke got me. All right. Oh, we got a jammer guy. Unfortunately. Switching to nukes. Ah! Oh no, he's killing me. The nukes keep getting blocked. Hmm. Shoot. Oh, that hurt me bad. Now I'm in the almost dead zone. Don't like that. Okay, let's take it easy. There is another mine here, isn't there? We get it? I guess we got it. Okay. Whew. Jeez. Dead. Ah, man. As you can hear the chime for getting 10 extra health. Just as I'm dying, because my missile killed one of the big guys after I was dead. Yeah, so a good challenge, level 2. Let's keep at it. Keep at it. Yeah, good to escape sometimes if it's too dangerous. Yeah, you know, if you don't get hurt, you're getting that many more points. Ugh. Ah. Okay, next up, use some missiles. One of the challenges of the missiles is you can't just start firing right away. You gotta ascertain, are there any of those asterisk guys? Gotta take a moment to look. Shotgun something, I don't know. Oh, nice. Friendly fire got them once again. Ah, that was a bad hit. Shoot. Ah. It's funny how the nuke explosions or the missile explosions wrap around the screen a little bit. Good 29 missiles. 29 health, 32 health actually. Oh yeah. Ah! That hurt. That hurt. Oh. You know, let's do this shit. A flare. Let's take it easy. Not try to be not try to be a hero here. Take our time. There's plenty of time to be a hero later. I almost crash into a mountain. Oh! That wasn't fair. It started me right lined up with his jet. God. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I didn't see myself getting through that. Yeah. Still loving the game. And yeah, I mean, after beating level 1 fairly easily, once I improved my knowledge and my pinky tactic, I was starting to think maybe the game's too easy, and level 2 is quickly humbling me, and that's a great thing. Yeah. Because there's a lot more game for me to, a lot more challenge here for me to deal with. That's good. And if you guys want to play it, it should challenge you for a while, too. Once again, I have to quickly ascertain, can I shoot the missiles? Yes, let's use them. Once again, do it, do it. Wah, wah. Oh, damn. Okay, up to 42 health, that's pretty good. Alright. Oh, was there an asterisk I missed? They all started coming after me. Jeez. Oh, no. Man. Try again. Woo. Sometimes these jerks can be just so hard to strafe with the basic bolt. Oh, can't do it. I can do it if I want to. Very good. It might be cool if the game would give you a bonus for clearing the screen on hit and run mode. Like, you didn't have to stay and kill everybody, but you did have a bonus. Sweet. Yeah, a lot of things cancel the nukes. But I think their explosion blocks shots as well, though. So other things blow up your nuke shot, but your nuke shots cancel other shots. Whoa. Oh, man. That invisible guy. So many guys with cloaking in this game. Is he still alive? I think he is. Oh no. Ah. Oh, I bounced off the side. I hate when that happens. You bounce off the edge sometimes. I wanted that to end. I wanted that to end my misery right away. Not in a suicidal way, but in a get me out of here. Ah, man. I fired one missile with the asterisk on the screen. That got me. I'm ready to jump into it immediately again. Missiles doing their thing is pretty beautiful. Should I do a bot? Not really sure what a bot's giving me that missiles don't. Because it doesn't make missiles. Guess it flies out forward for a while. So maybe if, for example, see where that leftmost crater is? Maybe if I did this, it would seek out somebody in that leftmost crater faster because it flies forward, like directly forward. Crazy. Yeah, it goes out there. It launches out. If you want that, that's good, I guess. I think overall I like missiles better, though. Oh, man. Don't come for me. Okay. Whoa. Remember, if you are enjoying the stream, you can hit the like button, but I won't beg you to. Your likes are appreciated. and they make YouTube show the video to more people is a theory. Nobody actually knows precisely how the YouTube algorithm works. But supposedly likes help. Some say even dislikes help. They actually don't show the dislikes anymore. It used to be YouTube would show the dislikes to the viewers, but only the creator can see the dislikes. So I can go into my YouTube stats and see dislikes, although they won't show on the video to the public, basically. Alright, once the health is accumulating, that's a good step. It's a good step forward. Can you even kill these things? Maybe I need like shotgun or something. I want to just practice a little bit. Yeah, the shotgun kills it. Okay. I think your regular bolts cannot, unless I was missing it. 99, baby. They pretty much just all killed each other instantly. Whatever that thing is did not. Mr. Invisible here. Mr. Fantastic or something, I don't know. There's another guy. A little lower. Cool. That's how we do it. I like knew there was gonna be a turret right there somehow. Shoot! There was an asterisk on the screen that hurt me. I think it's gone now, though. Ah! Yeah, that was some damage. I'm a hair below the 10,000 threshold. Increment of 10,000. Just got it. Ah, fudge. Yikes. That was close. There we go. Ah. Somebody invisible hiding there. I guess that was a mine. Cool, cool, cool. Ah. Stop it. All right. There's our invisible friend. There lies our invisible friend now. Haha. Okay. 91 damage, not bad. Yeah, green 24. Wow. Anybody else alive? No. Oh, we got asterisk. Shotgun or Tridix, let's try. I don't like these weapons. Ah, shotgun kills him. Remember, let's do that. Ah, shoot. Use missile now. Yeah, the bolt can kill them too. Okay. Before I was just missing, I guess. When I did that little experiment. Oof. Let's slow down a little bit. It's like really tight at the top there. Ah! Trying to switch to the speed. It's very difficult sometimes to hit a precise key on the keyboard while you're flying around and all this stuff. I'm sure my facial expressions must look interesting on the camera. I'm like, ah. This game really makes me wet my pants once in a while. I'll have to do the laundry after this game. He killed his own protection, which was the asterisk. You're on screen 29, by the way. Should we use some nukes? Nuke 'em! Class of Nuke 'em High. Yeah. Do you get points just from shooting the dirt? No. Suicide again. Whoa. Maybe this is a good case for the bot. Let's try this. Fire it up. Ah, bad driving, but good bot use. Let's just take a breather and kill this thing right here with a shotgun. Slowing down my speed a little bit to 4, let's say. Okay, beautiful. Anybody else around? Doesn't look like it. It's those tricky turrets. Never sure when they're going to start blasting you. Shall I flare it up? Let's flare it up. Groovy. Let's just go. Put on some missiles. All right, what do we got here? We got some asterisks they just died to, but yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the challenges sapped away because in these tight quarters they kill each other or themselves. A little bit of a shame. Unless maybe they're smarter on the higher difficulties, I don't know. Cause like I was immediately like, oh, okay, I got to deal with the asterisk, and oh, by the time I thought through, started thinking it through, they killed themselves. I don't know why these missiles are having such trouble, but they are. Okay. This is tight quarters here. I think I'm just gonna start blowing my way through some of the dirt. Let's just move on. Again, they just kind of killed themselves. Ah, damn. Ah, jeez. Okay, I'm still alive. Okay. Okay, still in it. Screen 39 coming right up. Can I beat level 2? Hardly anybody's watching anymore. Oh well. Start me in the rock. Ah. So yeah, I'll probably call it a stream after I die or beat level 2. Hopefully I can do it. Oof. Getting me these homing nukes. Damn homing nukes. I think he's dead now, right? Hope so. Yeah, the missiles don't see these guys when they're stationary, so they're kind of a pain. There's a lot of them right now. Okay. Put back on missiles. Fire the missiles. Anybody else? Okay. Screen 42. This is the secret to life, the universe, and everything screen. Oh. Okay. Right back up to 99 damage. That's good. Oh, shoot. Notice how the color palette changes between some screens, including my guy changes colors. My UFO is now gray. It was blue on some screens and red on others. Heh, cool. Let's nuke through these walls. That's the way we dig through walls in this game. We nuke them. We have a asterisk. All right. I don't know. Tridex. Can I just kind of assassinate the asterisk with my flares? And then I can use missiles. There we go. Ha! Nice. Okay, we still got these jerkos to deal with. Sweet. $47. Let's take out this stupid asterisk. Whoa. Okay, let's do the flare approach again. Speed 1. Let's do speed 1. There we go. Flare. Hold the button. Aim right. We should be able to hit the asterisk. All right. Now it's safe to fire missiles. Fire away. Safe, but not really tracking them down at the moment. All right, that did it. We're up, almost up to screen 48 out of 50. Very nice, very nice. Come on, don't put me in the... I'm gonna put hyperspace. There we go. Ah, look at that. It actually made me appear in the middle of the rock, so I used hyperspace to get out of it. Interesting. Man. Okay. 49, second to last screen. Stop killing me. You're not allowed to kill me. Oh, crap. Alright, alright. Well, the second to last screen should be hard, right? Gonna speed up my speed to, let's say, 6. I think I'm gonna get missiles ready again. Once again, you gotta be on the lookout for the asterisks. There are none, let's fire away. I'll crash it into the rock as I won. Alright. Alright, that's levels 1 and 2 completed. But I gotta call it an evening. I don't think I can do level 3 tonight. That was pretty fun. Good game, GAUNTLETAK. Yeah, I have some nitpicks, but you know, I just really wish they wouldn't commit suicide or kill each other so much in tight quarters. That could be fun. Like when you manipulate them to kill each other, that's more satisfying. Yeah, I mean, I do really feel like it has to be kind of like to win, you get a lot of health, and then it just kind of snowballs, and you maintain it. You know, that seems to be critical to the game. Definitely a good game, and who knows, maybe sometime soon I will stream levels 3 through 6. There's so much to stream, though. Yeah, no problem. Eric said thanks for the stream. I also want to try the Windows 3.1 game you showed me, Eric. I think we talked a while ago about maybe doing a Windows 3.1 stream in general. But yeah, Mordor could be fun to try. Maybe just by itself. That's probably the kind of game that would fit a whole stream by itself and then some. Anyway, yeah, that was some GAUNTLETAK, a cult classic for the Atari 8-bit line of computers by one guy named Donald R. Lebeau. And again, he just a one-man operation. He made a game called Gauntlets in 1984, and then in 1985, Atari put out their super famous arcade game, the warrior needs food badly kind of game. That was 85. So Don Lebeau renamed his game Gauntlet from Gauntlet to GAUNTLETAK. And that's it. If you like what you're seeing here and had some fun watching GAUNTLETAK, you don't see this too much. There's probably very few. I mean, I know there's very few videos of GAUNTLETAK at all, but make sure you like and subscribe. I do like appreciating weird, obscure games and cult classics and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's all for tonight, folks. So I will see you next time. Take care.